Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Penny with 40 Something and Fabulous. I am super excited because I did the Hungry Root home delivery meal stuff, but HelloFresh is really the one that I've wanted to do forever. So that was the one I chose to go with second. I'm going to actually be doing some comparisons with many different home delivery services. The cool thing is that I went with the family of 4 for 3 nights a week, so that's 12 meals. The regular price of that was going to be $104.88, but I got $40 off. So it ended up costing me $64.88 for 12 meals. So hey, no shopping. I have everything I need in here, hopefully everything I need to prepare everything. And I'm super excited. So we're going to get started right away because I'm on a time crunch as well. I want to get something made up to take home and let hubby try. Hubby was not a fan of Hungry Root, but he's excited that we've got real food in this one, real meat and everything. So let's see. This is my first time seeing this, so I'm going to have to kind of look through and see what it is we're going to need. Okay, some discounts for some other retailers or online places. Oh, and we have recipe cards with nutritional information, photos of the items with prep. We'll talk about those. I'm just going to pull them out for now. And then a little booklet here. Let's see if this is anything major. Just like a little informational pamphlet thing. It actually just tells you some information. And it looks like you can refer a friend. So hopefully there will be a discount code in the comments below. So we will check that out later as well. All right, this is actually the same like carpet padding stuff that the Hungry Root stuff came in. So that's kind of comical. UPS just dropped this off, so I got my shipment about 3:20. All right, and it looks like each individual meal is packaged in these bags, which is awesome because the bags can be used for cleanup, like putting all your trash in, and then you can just throw it all away or recycle whatever's recyclable. Yeah, this is recyclable, so that's cool. So that is the cranberry pineapple pork chops. Oh, they look delicious. And Greg actually helped me pick out what we were getting in our first box. So hopefully it's a win-win-win. I did the 4 family plan so he could either A, have enough for dinner, or B, be able to take for lunch the next day. So I'm actually hoping for lunch the next day, but we'll see how it goes. Baked Parmesan chicken is the second one. That's this one with some, I think that's, is that rigatoni? Yes, rigatoni pasta. And then we've got pesto turkey burgers. And that's this one here. Yay! And then, let's see. Oh, all the meat's on the bottom. Big old ice pack here, big old Nordic ice pack. Actually, 2 of them. Then we have our boneless, skinless chicken breast. Freebird Black Label, it says. And it's got HelloFresh's name on it, too. So, probably packaged for them. Let me keep all my goodies together. We have ground turkey for the burgers. Boneless pork chop. Another pack of ground turkey. Another boneless pork chop, so that's 2. 2 packages of ground turkey. That's probably enough for 2 burgers each is what I'm guessing. And then we've got another chicken breast. Okay, so apparently you're supposed to cut these in half. So it says it's 12 ounces. Some of it is water. So approximately 5 ounces each, I'm guessing, per piece of chicken. And that's another, oh, and another ice pack. That's something else we're working on is portion control. So my husband is really good about not eating huge portions like a lot of men do. Like, you know, sometimes we'll go somewhere and they'll have an all-you-can-eat special, like all-you-can-eat ribs or wings or whatever. And he tries it sometimes and he can't eat much of it, so he does eat smaller portions. So that's a good thing. All right, I think I'm gonna do, I can't decide between the baked chicken parmesan and the cranberry pineapple pork chops. I'm going with the pork chops. So, all I need is the pork, the bag, the recipe card, and then there's nutritional information for all of their entrees for this week. The ones we did not choose is the Game Day beef chili and the pork and Thai basil stir fry, which those looked very good as well. And he actually said something about getting the chili, but when we look closer, we're like, okay, we want to try these other three. And the burgers were my pick. I probably could have switched that out for the pork and Thai basil stir fry. That sounds really good. Okay, so for right now, I'm gonna put up these items here because I won't be using them. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna put those away. So I have everything out. They actually have this really cool section here that tells you what you're gonna need that they do not provide. So I really like that. And except they didn't put the salt on there. I did see where it says we're gonna need salted water. So the salt wasn't listed, but that's okay. And they've left the skins on the potatoes for the additional nutrition, which I really like. So I'm leaving those on. And we're ready to get into it here. I am super excited. It tells you all the ingredients that come in the bag, including the meat, which is, like I say, separate. Actually, no, that's just the bag. No, the pork chops are on there too. 24 ounces of pork chops, it says. Yep, 12 and 12. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do is open the bag. I'm excited. I love how it's all in here. Okay. So here's our green beans, which we're not gonna need right now. So I'm gonna set those aside. We have our cauliflower, which is going in our mashed potatoes, but don't tell anybody. One thing I noticed is there's a little bit of brown on there, not much at all. And I'm actually gonna taste this when I open it just to see the freshness. Here's our parsley. Tell him to come here. Will you call him? Cranberry jam. What a cute little container. More cranberry jam. Demi-glaze. Daisy sour cream. Love Daisy because if you read the ingredients, it's grade A cultured cream only. The next time you're in the grocery store, I challenge you to compare Daisy sour cream with other brands, mainly the one that rhymes with cake throne. Compare it. It'll shock the mess out of you. So Daisy's our only one. Here's a little thing of pineapple, just like what you buy in the little fruit cups that we get in the store. That's also part of the topping for the pork. Then we have a little container of milk, 6.76 ounces. They actually send a little more than is needed because I think I saw where it called for 4 ounces of milk. No, quarter cup, so 2 ounces, right? Then we have soy sauce and all of my potatoes, which, let me get my strainer. My potatoes, they feel nice and firm. There's some brown spots on some of them, you know, some spots where they're starting to have some issues. But, you know, you're going to get that anyway most of the time. There's going to be one or two. Most of them look really good, so, and they don't look bad. Here's one that's a little on the softer side, but by no means rotten. It's just a little softer. This is one of the ones with the spot on it like I was talking about. So I'll just slice that off. Most of them look really good though. I'm gonna wash those and I'll be right back. Hello. Okay, so most of my chopping's already done. I'm not the best chopper, so I did that off camera. It says to rough cut the cauliflower. I'm cutting it a little more. I mean, it'll probably cook too fast this way, but Mr. 40-something and fabulous just called a bit ago and said he's on his way home from work. So if he sees cauliflower in with the mashed potatoes, he's automatically going to think he don't like the mashed potatoes. So I'm doing my best to get them on and cooking before he gets here. Although he'll probably look in the bowl, in the pot anyway. Okay, so these are chopped pretty good. The thing I love about the potatoes are their Yukon Gold potatoes. Those to me make the best mashed potatoes. So I like that they sent Yukon Gold. I also love this step-by-step. I don't remember if I showed you this card. It's basically step-by-step what to do, so you don't have to be a chef to follow this. It's super, super easy, and there's not a lot of prep. In fact, it says the prep time is 10 minutes, total 35 minutes. So it cooks super fast. I mean, this is the way to go. No trip to the grocery store. Super quick and healthy and delicious meal. I can already tell you it's going to be good. It may not be everybody's favorite flavors in my family, but they'll like it. If they don't, they're crazy. But let's get this cauliflower in here and get it cooking before hubby gets here. I didn't expect him anywhere near this early, so I told him to come on over. His truck is over here, so he wants to work on it anyway, to put some stuff on it that he bought, so that gives him an excuse. And we're gonna get this all cooked up, and that also will help him be able to eat it while it's hot, because I was actually just gonna take it home to him, so we'll get to eat. All right, so that's that. All right, so pick parsley leaves from stems, discard stems. Okay, this is something that I've not done before. Finely chopped leaves, place potatoes and cauliflower. I think there's a trick for removing stems from parsley. I'm not sure. I'm going to try. Maybe not. Finely chop leaves. I'm not good at finely chopping anything. This is one my parents don't. I mean, they'll get to take a bite of this today since they're both here and we're gonna eat it here anyway. I'll let them try it. They wanted to see how it went first for us before they decided if they wanted to try this. Much of this kind of food is outside their wheelhouse, but I'm sure my dad is gonna love this. I mean, just the flavors: cranberry, pineapple, soy sauce.
You use the oven.
I don't think I'm using the oven, no. No oven. The microwave and the stovetop. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to finely chop my parsley leaves. I'm guessing this goes It doesn't say what to do with the parsley. I'm assuming since I'm chopping it, it's supposed to go in with the mashed potatoes, but I don't know if I'm going to put it in there. Hubby don't typically like flavors in his mashed potatoes. All right, we'll just set that aside and see what it says about it later, if anything. I scanned really quick and I didn't see anything. Okay, so I need to cover this with water, salted water. And I'm actually going to put a little bit of milk in there. It's a tip I learned from this amazing restaurant in Mount Dora, Florida, that served me mashed cauliflower. It wasn't even a combination of potato because it was no starchy stuff. It was just the cauliflower. And I swore to the waiter, I said, they put mashed potatoes on my plate. And he said, no, they didn't. And I said, yes, they did. Please check. He said, no, they didn't. And I said, well, then how did they get them tasting like mashed potatoes? And he went and asked the kitchen, and I said, they're not going to tell him. But sure enough, they did. They told him that they cook them in milk. And I seriously could not tell the difference. They were creamy. They were delicious. I've tried it since then myself, but it's really hard to get the coarseness of the cauliflower out of your mashed potatoes. Probably combining the two together is going to help with that. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping he won't have a clue. Let me put a little more salt in there. I need to bring my real salt over here. I use mineral salt at home or pink Himalayan sea salt. This is just kosher sea salt. I prefer that over the processed stuff. They process our food so much. Okay, so I owe my mama some kosher salt. All right, so I'm putting this on. Be back in a bit. Okay, so sorry about that. My cauliflower and potatoes are on. It says to cook the pork next while that is cooking. It says pat pork dry with a paper towel, so I'm going to do that. Season all over with salt and pepper. Add to pan and cook to desired doneness, 3 to 6 minutes per side. Remove from pan and set aside on plate to rest. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to do it on camera just because my stove is over there. I've got my camera rigged up just so that I can't move it. I might can move it over there, but I have it's crazy. I'll have to snap a picture of that for y'all and show you. But I'm going to go ahead and get all that done and ready to go. I will show you the mashed potatoes and the pork when they're done. Okay, so our potatoes and cauliflower are still going, and I've patted off the pork. I rinsed off the pork. I've patted it dry, like it said. That's what the paper towels were for. And the parsley, I figured out, it said to chop the parsley when it said to, because now you're done with your cutting board. So the parsley goes on at the very end. I was thinking it seemed weird, like, certainly that wouldn't go in the mashed potatoes, which I wasn't going to do that anyway. But you'll top with parsley at the very end. But that way you're done with your cutting board. So very efficient, very effective the way that they have it laid out. Now I'm just going to season. Oops, I'm going to have to wash my hands. Pardon me. I touched the pork. Now I got to touch the sea salt grinder and the pepper. Ooh, you know what? Okay, so I had actually got out the ground black pepper. We like the fresh ground pepper, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do fresh ground sea salt. Because I didn't get too much. I wasn't really paying attention to how much I was putting on each one, and then it looked like I had none.
Looks good.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited. He's my super picky eater, and he's just recently come out of his shell a little bit and will try things that are outside of his comfort zone. So for him to say it looks good, and he's talking about raw meat here, he's either really hungry or it does in fact look good to him. Although he did just eat, so I really hope he likes it. That's another reason I wanted to do this, because it includes him on trying new things and us as a family trying something out and doing a review on it. So I got pepper everywhere.
Are you putting it more fast in the
No. Okay, so I don't remember if I mentioned, it gives you the list of the things that you're going to need when you start your prep. Two of the things was oil and butter. For me, I use the real stuff, real butter. Like, please look into switching to real butter if you don't already use it. It's so much better for you. And that fake stuff, oh my gosh, some of the stuff I've read about it, it's crazy. Just don't. Just don't. Okay, so I'm getting ready. Whoop. I forgot I was heating my oil and it got too hot. Okay, I'm getting ready to cook the pork chops. The mashed potatoes are boiling, so yay. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so our pork chops are ready. They look gorgeous. It says to set them aside on a plate so they can rest. So we're gonna do that. And now I have to finish the mashed potatoes. So it says to use a potato masher to mash them. I'm doing it the easy way and using a mixer. It says mash with potato masher or fork until smooth. Stir in sour cream and a 1/4 cup of milk. Season with salt and pepper. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pour the milk and sour cream in. Again, I love Daisy sour cream. You can so taste the difference too. I hardly can eat regular sour cream anymore because there's such a difference. This tastes so clean versus the other stuff. And then I'm gonna put the milk in, which I may end up adding more milk. Let's see. They sent more, so I can do that. And then I need to remember my salt and pepper. Oh man, these look so good. And they're so nice and soft, so they're mixing up really well. You're not even going to be able to tell there's cauliflower in it because of the potato skins is going to hide that. And I cannot mention that around my super picky son because if he knows, even when he tried, the other day he tried my brownies that I made from Hungry Root, and he took a bite and he said they were delicious, and when he found out that they were made out of black beans, he didn't want nothing else to do with them. He didn't eat any more after that. He just ate the one brownie, that was it. So I'm not going to tell him, I'm not going to mention around him that there's cauliflower in this. So, because he will not know the difference. And then I'm going to use regular ground pepper for these, just a little bit. And I'm going to mix a little more. They're very creamy. Actually, they are the absolute perfect consistency. I'm going to try some off of here. Actually, I need a spoon. I can't hardly taste them. There's not enough on there. Oh my gosh. Absolutely delicious. I'm not just saying that either. They are perfect. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to set these aside as well. And next, we're going to make the sauce. The sauce is made right in the pan that you used for the pork. Add pineapple along with the juice from its container, then stir in the jam, the demi-glaze, and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. They sent extra. They tell you that too, so you don't mistakenly add all of it. So that's a helpful little tip. And a 1/4 cup water, scraping up any brown bits on bottom. Let simmer until slightly thickened, about 3 minutes. Add 2 tablespoons of butter and stir to melt. We're gonna need more butter for something else, so I'm gonna split this up now. Stir to melt, season with salt and pepper. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna go do now. Like I say, the stove is over there, my setup here, I don't really wanna move it, so I'm gonna go take care of that. Back in a bit. I'm also gonna go ahead and microwave the green beans. It simply says just to pierce the green bean bag with a fork, place on a microwave safe plate, microwave on high for 3 to 4 minutes until beans are tender. Carefully remove beans from bag, transfer to a large bowl along with 2 tablespoons of butter. Toss to melt butter. Tip, cut the butter into smaller pieces first to help it melt faster. Season with salt and pepper, and then you plate and serve. That's all there is to it. Super, super friendly with time. Everything looks delicious. So far, everything that I've tried has been delicious. I'm very excited about this. Okay, back in. So I just briefly wanted to point out about the super cute container. A regular spoon won't fit in there. I have this funky shaped spoon that we've had since I was a child. over here at my mom's house that actually fit in there. And so much of the yummy goodness you can see is left in there that I couldn't scrape out. So I just put a little bit of my hot liquid in there and I'm shaking it up really good to get all that yummy goodness out of it. See? Cleans it right off. So I'm pouring it in my pan. I'm making my sauce. It's gonna be so good. Back in a bit. Okay, so everything's ready. I'm keeping the sauce separate. The demi-glaze sauce, or whatever you call it, is actually reminiscent of something you'd get in a restaurant. So it is super good. I've never made anything like that before. It was awesome having everything pretty much pre-measured out for you. It was super easy to make. I made it right in the fry pan where I fry the pork chops. And if they want it, they can put it on top. I'm gonna taste these because needs a little more salt. Not smart me. Instead of piercing the bag, I grabbed the scissors and cut them open. So I couldn't microwave them at that point in the bag. So I actually had to boil them on the stove, which is probably better anyway because he don't like his Greg doesn't like his green beans crispy. And that's how these come out when you microwave them in the bag. So these are a little softer. And I think he's gonna like them more. Let me try again. Almost perfect. They taste very fresh. Everything I've tried so far is delicious. Ooh. We won't put that back in the bowl. So now they're getting ready to come in.
Man, that smells delicious.
Does it?
Yeah.
This is Mr. 40-something and Fabulous, and this is Dean. We're gonna go ahead and get this dipped up and give it a try and see how it is. All right. So everybody's eating a pork chop, right? We need knives.
What kind of sauce is that? Soy.
It's called demi-glaze. It's not just soy sauce. It's got soy sauce in it. But you can. I'm not gonna put it on there until you try it and see if you want it. Which pork chop do you want?
I'm not going to eat a whole one.
Okay. You and I can probably share one then. I'm
Well,
gonna cut
I'm
the
just-
fat from around the edge of mine.
I'm just going to try one.
Do you want the fat cut from around the edge? Is this one okay?
Yes, that looks amazing.
All right, you know what? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna go ahead and get this fixed up for me and we'll all try off this. That way I don't have to sit here and make all the plates on camera.
You can cut that out.
Cut what out? Oh yeah,
Nothing.
I don't wanna.
Nothing quite like coming in from a day in the field to a fresh cooked meal.
Yes, because he works so hard.
I slave.
All right, Dean, are you gonna
Are
wanna
those green
try?
onions?
No, it's parsley actually, and it's supposed to go on top of the, where's my recipe? What'd I do with my recipe? I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I put it. Anyway, it's supposed to go like on top of stuff to make it pretty, but I figure we won't do that. Do you want the sauce on yours?
Let me try a bite with.
Put some here so we can just dip in it.
Well, it's kind of, it's not real thick.
It'll be fine. Just put some on. I want to try a bite with and without the sauce.
Okay.
Is that pineapple?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very good. I was very surprised. I was telling them on camera that it tastes like something that you would get from a restaurant. All right, let me put, oops. Well, that was
You don't
fun and
see,
exciting.
you don't see Rachel Dean
I-
doing that.
Rachel Dean. Rachel Ray, Paula Dean. No, I am definitely not a Rachel Ray or a Paula Dean, for sure. Is it good?
Sauce is delicious.
All right, Dean, try the mashed potatoes and the green beans. And then y'all tell the camera, Dean, come over here where the camera can see you, honey. What all do y'all think? Honest opinion now.
Green beans taste like green beans.
He prefers green beans out of a can. I'm trying to get away from that because canned goods aren't good, so.
Taters are delicious.
They are great.
What about the pork?
Oh, it's good too. So it's a sauce.
The sauce is really good. Is the sauce not reminiscent of something you'd get in a fancy restaurant?
Sure.
If it's not, say so.
I don't know.
I think it is. Okay,
Tastes
so
like something to order at Roy's.
so is this a thumbs up, thumbs
Oh,
down?
yeah, I remember Roy's.
Oh, really? Well, there's because of the pineapple, because it's got that Hawaiian flair to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Roy's is I don't know if that's a chain or not.
Is it?
Roy's Hawaiian. I don't know the actual name of the restaurant either. Come to think of it, but anyway, they're a Hawaiian restaurant,
Italian
and
restaurant.
we've eaten there several times. So what would y'all say? Would y'all want this meal again?
Sure. Delicious.
I think it would be great if this was steak.
Well,
This was A1.
well, oh no.
I'm just kidding.
Okay,
A1's
so
not.
I say it's a do-over. Greg says it's a do-over. Dean,
The potatoes are great.
he's not a big fan of different things, so we're working on that. But anyway, definitely a thumbs up. So far, HelloFresh is phenomenal. I could totally see myself doing this week to week, as a matter of fact. I'm going to see how hungry he is when he finishes his meal, because I'm hoping for him to have another pork chop. You saw the 2 packages of pork chops when I unboxed. They were actually 2 in a package stacked on top of each other. So we have 4 full-size pork chops. So I think it's good for a family of 4 or a family of 3 with leftovers the next day. Or if somebody has just a really huge appetite and can eat double, I think it totally works.
Overeater, it's perfect.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We're working on our portion
Nice.
sizes. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. We will be doing other things besides subscription unboxings. That's just kind of what we got started with. So stay tuned and see you next time.
Bye.
Say bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Hey, I just wanted to pop back on really quick and say this is, to me, a definite win. The mashed potatoes are super creamy and delicious. The green beans taste super fresh, and the meat, I even sprinkled a little bit of the parsley on mine because I tried it and it's actually really good on there. So we would definitely do this meal again if HelloFresh offered it, but I'm super excited to see what next week's offerings are, and I may go ahead and do a second week before I try my next home brand, but we'll see. Stay tuned. Bye.